Live from KBAK-TV in Bakersfield, this is Eyewitness News Mornings.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock in Eyewitness News Mornings. I'm Aaron Perlman.
And I'm Aaron Briscoe. Here's a look at what's coming up.
I'm Aaron Perlman. You're not Aaron Perlman.
Flooding dangers. The recent storm creating quite a mess out on the roadways throughout the county. We'll tell you the areas to stay away from as you head out the door.
Plus, a deadly shooting. 2 people are arrested on murder charges. The search this morning for another possible suspect.
Well, happening now, dozens of Kern County roadways closed this morning after this weekend's storm. The closures include several roads in Lamont and Arvin area, including Wheeler Ridge Road, Sandrini, David Roads, and Mountain View Road. All are closed due to flooding and or mudslides. If you'd like a full list, just head to our website at bakersfieldnow.com.
And crews continue to work to clear up mud and floodwater areas on many roads this morning.
Now, Eyewitness News reporter Claudette Stefanian is live in Lamont with the latest from there. Claudette.
Good morning. We are at the corner of the 184 and Mountain View Road, just across the street from Mountain View Middle School, where what started off as a slow trickle is now completely consuming this intersection. This has literally just happened within minutes. Earlier, my photographer LJ actually went to see how deep it was, and as you can see, it actually goes above his as he continues to go a little bit deeper. It's really surprising. What seemed just like a little bit of a trickle of rain has developed into what literally looks like a lake to us. And this is just to speak to the conditions here in Lamont. Now, yesterday, our Eyewitness News reporter, Kristen Powers, was here where they were in extensive cleanup stages to try and clear out this mud and muck that's completely overtaken 184 and Mountain View Road. Now, the 184 was closed off to traffic, but luckily that roadway has opened. However, this section of Mountain View Road is blocked off to traffic, although we've seen a few residents here and there be able to leave. Here's what residents had to say about the conditions. Take a listen.
The water was all the way up to these timbers that I'm standing on and moving rather quickly through here.
We know if we get a lot of rain that we're going to have water coming down, and it's just a matter if the guys can keep it directed away from town.
This just speaks to how aggressive the storms were over the weekend, affecting areas like Central California, Los Angeles, as well as Northern California, where crews have had to work overtime to try and repair these roadways. We've experienced everything from mudslides to rock slides to where they had to block off certain roads in order to better protect drivers from getting into more precarious situations. Back to you.
All right, Claudette, thank you. Such a mess out there. Aaron Perlman, just a reminder, too, for people as you head out the door, if you see any kind of water, you just don't know how deep it is, like, do not cross it.
Yeah, and we've heard of stories this morning of vehicles getting stuck in the mud. Remember, 1 foot of moving water can displace any vehicle, even the giant big grave diggers. Don't want those guys to get stuck. You get stuck. Take a look at the radar. On the radar right now, the majority of the rainfall to our north of Bakersfield along the 99 in Delano, McFarland. Seeing that rain take place. Actually, McFarland get more of the heavier amounts. We got a break right now in Lake Isabella and spots near Wofford Heights, but more rain along the Kern River Valley into the Tehachapi's this morning along the 58. This quickly starting to move off towards the east. As it does, will we see any more rainfall? Well, there's a chance of some flare-ups this afternoon. Temperatures will reach the low 70s, so watch out for a chance of an afternoon flare-up. If you're in the mountain areas, temperatures today running in the 40s with some morning showers, and then we'll get an option of some drying coming in our mountain areas. But the Kern River Valley could be wet all day today, on and off light showers. There'll be a break at times, but when that break takes place, allows for heating, which allows for an instability shower. So, last day for Whiskey Flats could be still wet. We'll have more on the outcome of how much rainfall we have seen and what the timeline is of our storm in the next few minutes.
All right, and here's a look at some of the flooding in the Arvin area. These photos sent to us by viewer Gustavo Ariano. Thank you for sending us these photos. They were taken near the corner of Tejon Highway and Herring Road. Remember, if you see it, send it to us. We love to see your storm photos. Go to Burst on our Eyewitness News app, hit the See It, Send It tab, or burst.com/Bakersfield now.
6:05 now the time. 2 people are now facing multiple charges in connection with a murder in central Bakersfield. The shooting happened around 8 Saturday night on 18th and Union. Police have arrested 29-year-old Guillermo Vasquez and 35-year-old Yvette Garcia. 2 have been booked on charges of murder, conspiracy, and participation in a criminal street gang. Police say they are still searching for a possible third suspect. The victim has not been identified. Dozens of residents in Shafter are now back home this morning after an evacuation order is lifted. Officials say 60 people living in the Tulare Arms apartment complex were evacuated earlier Sunday after construction workers struck a gas line near the complex. Officials say crews were working on a broken water main when they accidentally hit the gas line.
Kern County Sheriff's officials are searching for 3 suspects believed to have broken into a Southern Kern Unified School District construction site. Officials say several items were stolen from the construction site. Authorities believe the thieves also broke into Rosemond Elementary School. Among the stolen items, 7,000 feet of copper wire, tools, and a 16-foot dual-axle box trailer. The license plate on that box trailer is CA4ES2546. If you have any information on this case, you're encouraged to contact the Rosemond substation. Happening today, it is President's Day, and many of you have the day off. And we wanted to remind you that it is also a federal holiday. So here's a list of businesses that are closed in observance of the holiday. There is no mail delivery today, and all post offices are closed. Banks, financial markets, and courts are also closed. And here is a look at some things that are open today. UPS and FedEx all making deliveries today, and the Get Bus on a regular schedule.
Well, 6:07 the time. President Donald Trump's holiday weekend featured a heated campaign rally, a health care strategy session, and interviews for a new national security advisor, and even a few holes of golf. President Trump brought 4 contenders to his private club, Mar-a-Lago in Florida, on Sunday as he seeks a replacement for retired General Michael Flynn. Mr. Trump says he wants to make a decision in the next few days. The president also drilled down on policy during his working weekend at Mar-a-Lago, attending a strategy session on how to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. Joining him were Health Secretary Tom Price and the Director of the White House Budget Office, Mick Mulvaney. Well, happening today, thousands are expected to use the federal holiday to march. Not My President's Day rallies have been organized all over the country. In New York, yesterday, hundreds filled Times Square to protest President Trump's controversial travel ban on 7 Muslim majority nations. The day was dubbed "Today I Am Muslim Too."
While you are saying, I am Muslim too, I say to you, I am unapologetically Muslim.
Anti-Trump activists follow the president's every move, including his trip to Florida to rally supporters. In Florida, the president spoke of his administration's progress, but some perceived the firing of Michael Flynn as a rocky start for President Trump's first month in office.
House Speaker Paul Ryan and other lawmakers will take a trip to the Mexican border this week. Ryan's staff is quiet on the details, but other Congress members are talking. Texas Congressman John Carter said one of the goals is to see what can be done about building a wall along the border. Constructing that wall was a major campaign promise by President Trump, but some Republicans have become concerned about the price tag that could reach more than $20 billion. Some of them are demanding spending cuts to pay for the project.
6:09 now the time. The Kern County Fairgrounds played host to the 31st Annual Home and Garden Show. People from around the county were able to see displays of the latest home and garden styles. Well, from decor to landscaping over the weekend, exhibits at the event also showcased the latest kitchenware and grilling items. I needed to go because my fence falling apart in my backyard from that big storm.
I'm sure a lot of people are in your same boat.
Yeah. Fence menders now.
6:09 is the time. When we come back on Eyewitness News. Love Yourself, that's the mission of a new movie out on DVD. How the film is looking to combat body shaming.
Plus, a River concerns. Residents living along the swollen San Joaquin River brace for more rain. It's being done to protect their homes. And by the way, don't forget to send us some photos on Burst. Go to our app and hit the See It, Send It tab, or go to burst.com/Bakersfield Now. Here's some cool President's Day facts. Presidential facts of Theodore Roosevelt wore a lock of Abraham Lincoln's hair during his inauguration.
Well, good morning. 6:12 is the time. A live look at Stockdale Highway from the Fresno Pacific University Sky Camera. You could see the roadways are wet. They are slick. A lot of flooding out there as well, and some roadways closed. If you want a full list of the roadways closed this morning, go to bakersfieldnow.com, our website. You just want to take it easy. Claudette Stefanian's out in Lamont where there's some flooding, so we'll be checking in with her. But let's check in with Aaron Proman right now to see if we can expect some more rain today.
Yeah, we will. I want you to look at the temperature, though, right now. It's important. 56 degrees, more mild today. All right, I want to get to that. It's important because temperatures and the rain, you start thinking, well, it'll be snow in our mountain areas if we're driving. No, it's just going to be more mild in scenario. You see there are clouds overhead in the wet roadways. Try to leave early today if you're going to be traveling somewhere because the roads are slick. But the majority of the rainfall coming to a close. Here's what I'm getting at. Here's the low that's driving everything. It's a more subtropical in nature, which means it's a very mild system. Once again, highlighting, I'm not looking at snow for today. When this low does move further inland by Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, okay, snow becomes an issue. But today, all that rain staying more to the north, and we're getting the tail end of this front as it streams by. The majority of the rainfall taking place right along the canyon right now, along the 178. So here, rock slides can happen. We know the 178, not the safest road, so take your time here as you go into the Lake Isabella, but the majority of the rainfall taking place right there along Glenville, along the 155, into Shirley Meadows. We're getting some steady rainfall. Now, no snow, so not good news for the ski resort, but snow is coming by the end of the week. Take a look at the Futurecast model. I want to jump into that here for you guys. Notice the rainfall today will be focused more for the Kern River Valley. We're going to see clouds for Bakersfield and the South Valley floor in our mountain areas. That's probably it. Then on Tuesday afternoon, we're going to see a push for some showers trying to develop along the Grapevine into the Tehachapi's and some spots in the valley floor. And then again on Wednesday morning. And Wednesday morning, this becomes more focused. That's when it gets colder. So today, chances of rainfall diminishing rather quickly. After this morning, after 7 o'clock, I'm going to drop this from 70% chance of rainfall down to about 20. Then we're going to see a better chance of rainfall Tuesday afternoon in the evening hours into Wednesday, and then we'll keep temperatures pretty chilly, 50s for highs. So don't put away any winter clothes yet. Boy, we're going to see cooler air coming in by the end of the week. Mountain areas have a better chance for snow Wednesday from that next storm system coming. Just know it will be more of a lighter in rainfall or precipitation amount, but more so focused for snow on Wednesday. Kern River Valley today, 60s, falling into low 50s by Wednesday. Aaron?
All right, Aaron, thank you. A new movie has just been released on DVD. It's getting quite a buzz on Facebook and Twitter because it focuses on stopping body shaming. It's called Embrace Every Body. And reporter Liz Bonas shares one woman's story who says there are ways to love your body again.
I would say I've probably struggled with disordered eating and eating disorders most of my life.
It's hard to imagine Laura Gorey being anything but beautiful and healthy as you see her hold her brand new little baby boy named Joey. But much of her life, she admits, she struggled with her own body.
I think back into grade school, I can even remember being on diets and really hating my body.
So recently, prior to Joey's birth, Laura became a woman on a mission. She wanted to change what she saw and how she saw it when she looked in the mirror. So she joined a program run by Dr. Sarah Livenier, which focuses on improving body image.
It's a 10-week program where we go from start to finish learning about where our body image comes from and what we can do about it now to kind of improve our lives and start loving ourselves and loving our bodies.
Now, you might say she has yet another mission, one that is not just embracing her baby, but helping others to learn more about embracing your body as it changes in pregnancy, before, during, and after. Laura says each day when she picks up little Joey, her thoughts are different than they were before. I asked her how.
I think it's having a gratefulness for what my body does every day. And instead of getting up and looking in the mirror and saying, oh, I hate this part, or I'm unhappy with this part of my body, it's being able to say, wow, I'm so thankful that I can get up in the morning and I was able to make this beautiful boy. You know, my body did that, and what a miracle that is.
A miracle we can all embrace every day, according to Dr. Livanier.
Is our bodies do change, and we should embrace that change rather than feeling like we need to stop the change or we need to fit into a certain mold.
Getting rid of the mold is what this new movie, Embrace Every Body, is all about. When you do, Laura Gorey says, you will be amazed at the bundles of joy right in front of you. You can clearly see.
Stop focusing on our bodies, stop focusing on change, and focus on acceptance.
That was Liz Bonis reporting. Well, some Northern California residents are preparing for another powerful storm by patrolling levees for signs of danger. The group of volunteers are also reviewing evacuation plans and filling hundreds of sandbags. One resident near Tracy, which is 80 miles east of San Francisco, said that although the levees appear to be in good shape, they decided to take charge after the San Joaquin River started rising.
Let's face it, the fire departments and all of the are very taxed. Yeah. And, you know, so we have to do our part.
Yesterday, an official said the river remained at danger stage, meaning it keeps approaching the top of levees. Residents have decided not to evacuate. Authorities say they are hoping to evacuate everyone in less than an hour if needed. 6:19 is the time right now. Teddy bear giveaway, how a local church put smiles on many children's faces, and what Mayor Karen Go has to say about the donation. Plus trick shots and laughs, the world famous Globetrotters are ready to hit the hardwood in Bakersfield, how the team spreads cheer not only on the court but off the court as well. And don't forget, St. Jude Dream Home tickets are on sale now for $100. You can win the beautiful Ball Fans home in Berkshire Ranch and help save the lives of children with cancer. Get those tickets 1-800-385-9134 or visit any Kern Schools Federal Credit Union.
Good morning, everybody. Live look coming in from the Bay Bridge. Our director was saying just how beautiful it is. Very pretty. It's true. Their roadway's wet. Our roadway's wet. We've seen some rainfall come through overnight. Quite a bit, in fact. Up to a quarter of an inch of rainfall in the last 24 hours. For today, though, we've only had 1/100th of an inch. So slightly below normal, but yesterday we did pretty well. In fact, take a look at how much we've seen for the month now. February's turned out to be a positive month, over an inch and 43 hundredths. So far, it's above normal by 54 hundredths of an inch of rainfall for the month. We just continue to stay above normal. Same story for the year at 4 19 hundredths of an inch of rainfall. That's over 2 inches of rain above normal. Man, you gotta love what we're dealing with, right? And as you look at the rainfall for today throughout the entire state, the majority of the rainfall, yes, some in Los Angeles, but the story is continuing to spread up towards the north in areas of Sacramento, where we're up to a half an inch of rainfall in that area, and that's going to be the predominant spot for rainfall for today, as this low pressure system driving in the subtropical jet stream will stay further north than anything else. Yeah, we'll get some spots of light rainfall on and off throughout this morning, but the focus is going to be more in the Kern River Valley than anywhere else. And that's where we're seeing that on the Futurecast model for today. Clouds will be on and off throughout this morning into the afternoon hours, and then on Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday, a brief chance for some showers will roll in. More on Wednesday. As the system drives out of the north, it's going to enhance colder air, significant cold air, where we'll see snow return to our mountain areas. But for Bakersfield and the South Valley floor, Best chance of rainfall is happening this morning, and then we'll be done. Temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s for today, more mild in nature today. For overnight, cloudy skies, temperatures in the 50s. If you're in the mountain areas, 50s for today. I'll leave out a chance for rainfall this morning, and then that rain will diminish by tonight, with temperatures drop into the 30s. I'm not looking at snow tonight because we're looking at no more rainfall. Kern River Valley, 60s here for today, 63 for Lake Isabella. Wofford Heights, 63, overnight temperatures dropping in the 40s. Now, this would be the best chance for any rainfall anywhere is happening in these locations in the Kern River Valley desert area. It's about a 30% chance for showers for today, with overnight temperatures dropping in the 40s. Moving into sports now at 6 o'clock, the CSB baseball team opened up its 2017 season with an impressive day one after splitting a doubleheader against Utah on Saturday. But Sunday was a different story as Utah came back as they're the Pac-12 champions from a season ago and went wild on Roadrunners pitching. They beat the Runners 15-3 to take the series win. Well, the All-Star break of the NBA continues today as the league looks to recover from the first half of the season. The fireworks are continuing even though no games are being played. After yesterday's All-Star game, reports surfaced that the Sacramento Kings had traded DeMarcus Cousins to the New Orleans Pelicans. In return, they get Buddy Hield, a first-round pick, and a few other players for salary. For the Pelicans, they can now pair Cousins with their own All-Star big man, Anthony Davis. For the Kings, it looks like another few more years for rebuilding. Well, the All-Star game was pretty impressive on its own with a semi-reunion between Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. The two former teammates teamed up for an alley-oop in the first quarter of the game. The West ended up defeating the East 192-182. What a score, by the way. And Anthony Davis took home the MVP after getting a record high of 52 points. Boy. Well, happening today, the Harlem Globetrotters return to Bakersfield to make magic on the basketball court. The legendary team is on the road with its world tour, including a stop at Rabobank Arena today at 2 o'clock. You're invited to watch the show, take pictures, and get autographs. After the game, the team tour takes them into the community.
We have community outreach programs. We have ABCs of bullying prevention, and we go to schools and talk to kids about how to deal with bullying in school, outside of school, and with social media. Also, we have our Smile Patrol, and when we go to pediatric units.
Last couple of years, I played on the court with the Globetrotters. I've missed every shot. I have not been asked back. The game starts at 2 o'clock today. Hope to see you guys there. Hey, up next, we're talking about the Powerball. Jackpot's getting higher. I'll tell you how big it is and how much the lucky winner can keep after taxes. Now, would you like to go to see the Condors? Or Bobblehead Night is this upcoming weekend. Stay tuned for your chance to win tickets to the big game.
Live from KBAK-TV in Bakersfield, this is Eyewitness News Mornings.
Well, thanks for joining us here at Eyewitness News at 6:30. I'm Aaron Perlman.
And I'm Aaron Briscoe. Rain, flooding, mud, a big mess. The recent storm creating hazards along Kern County roadways.
Now, Eyewitness News reporter Claudette Stefanian joins us live now from Lamont. The close look at some of the dangers. It was raining earlier on you about this last half hour. Now it's kind of stopped for just a moment.
Good morning. Now the light is starting to finally shine through and we're able to get a better understanding of exactly what the devastation here is in Lamont. Now we're getting off of a pretty intense weekend where rains came in, storms came in, leaving everything from mudslides to rock slides all along the I-5. But here in Lamont, right on the corner of Route 184 as well as Mountain View Road, we are now seeing what started as a slow trickle, a narrow river, has now developed into what looks like a lake. It goes so extensive extensively deep. My photographer LJ is now showing you exactly how deep it goes. It is actually going above his ankles. And I had a nearby resident who joined us a little bit earlier in the morning who told me if you actually go near the pole over there, it goes all the way up to your knees. He was telling me he works here for the school and is hoping to get this possibly cleared out. The situation this is going to cause for students tomorrow is many parents actually drop off their kids right there where my photographer is showing you. And there's actually a school bus that also stops here. This is going to cause quite a situation for members of the school today who are going to try to clear this out so that they can have a normal school day tomorrow. But they are getting off of what truly was a crazy weekend here in Lamont. The 184 was completely blocked off due to mud and debris. Caltrans crews were working for more than 24 hours to try and get that cleared. Now it's only this portion of the road here at Mountain View Road that has been blocked off to traffic and is completely blocked off and flooded. But our reporter Kristen Powers was here yesterday, who was able to get sound from some neighbors who had this to say about the conditions in Lamont. Take a listen.
No, it's a kind of expected thing here. We know if we get a lot of rain that we're going to have water coming down, and it's just a matter if the guys can keep it directed away from town. Trying to clean this up is dealing with the debris and the mud. That's bad, because once the mud's dried out, it really makes for dusty conditions for a while.
How long have you lived in this area?
I've lived here all my life.
So
62.
Now, Aaron, the roadways here can be misleading. A lot of people who are driving through it only looks like mud has been smeared all over the roads and doesn't look that extensive, but we had a car that actually got trapped just behind me in the distance. Luckily, that vehicle is no longer trapped in the mud, but as you can see, the situation can be precarious for a lot of drivers. So while the rain has dissipated here in Kern County, it is definitely something to still be cautious of, as Caltrans crews are still trying to rectify those roads and get them cleared out. Back to you.
All right, Claudette. Yeah, quite a mess when kids head back to school tomorrow. A lot of our roadways looking like that. And just a reminder, as we've been saying, if you have any kind of water, you don't know how deep it is, just do not cross it. Right, Aaron?
So true. You don't want to cross it when it's moving. 1 foot of water can displace any vehicle, especially if you're in the Kern River Valley right now. I want to highlight the 4 things you need to know about as you get ready to head out the door. The rainfall pretty much over for areas of Bakersfield right now. We're going to keep the clouds, but it's in the Kern River Valley where we're seeing the steady rainfall in these spots. You can see the heavy amounts of rain right along the 155 areas of Shirley Meadows, along the Kern River Valley into spots of Kernville, Onyx, everywhere where we've seen Whiskey Flat days. By the way, I do want to let you know that we do have Shirley Meadows open for today. We'll give you a full ski report update in just a moment. But first, chances of light rainfall, keep out there throughout the day. But I want you to look at this. Look at the temperatures. 70s. 70s for today. Pretty mild. We're going to see that change starting tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll get back to the 60s and then 50s return as Wednesday shows up, because we're going to see more of a significant colder storm roll in late Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday, and then we will get a break with more showers again on Saturday. That could bring snow levels all the way down to mountain pass level on Wednesday. We're going to talk about that storm in the next few minutes.